What's up, duelists? 2 more days, well actually 1 more day till you can sign up for RBET4, really big Edison Tournament 4. Of course, I've been talking about it in every video for the past week and a half, more or less. That's this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Sign up start tomorrow in the FL Discord. If you want to sign up, all you got to do is be in the Discord Friday at 12 a.m. Eastern time, I believe? Yeah. I believe that's when the signups will start. I mean, it'll be roughly around then. You know how it goes sometimes. Sometimes the signups are open, sometimes it takes a minute, but it'll be roughly around then. You'll be able to sign up, use command join anywhere in the Discord server, and then, of course, you will be prompted by the bot to submit a deck list. The deck list must be Edison format legal, and that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do to enter RBET4. It's that simple. It's that simple. Jazz and all of the people at the FL Discord did a great job making it super simple to sign up for these events. It's free to enter. There will be prizes. It will be streamed live here on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed. All right, you're looking at the deck already. You're seeing what we're playing today. You already know how these videos go, you're fans of the Edison format. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome, of course. The way these videos work is I pick a deck in Edison format, and then I play a few matches with it, and I kind of talk through my thought process on the whole thing. So today's deck is going to be the Ancient Gear deck. I've always liked this deck. I've had, well, that's a lie, actually. When I first saw this deck, I was like, that's not real. I was in disbelief. I was shocked. I was like, no, this isn't happening. I was in denial. And then I played with the deck a few times, and I was like, wait, I actually really like this deck. It's a lot of fun. It's not often you get to play a 3,000 Piercer that can't be Mirror Force or Deprisoned, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, you get to play all this other really fire stuff, like Ancient Gear Beast. This guy goes dummy hard. Against decks like Zombies and Quick Draw, this guy's going to beat up on a lot of those little Recruiter monsters or Rykos or whatnot. This guy also permanently negates Treeborn Frog, I believe. Yes. And also permanently negates stuff like Mizuki, if you run it over, Plague Spreader Zombie, that kind of stuff. Vayu as well, which is cool. So I think this guy is in a really good spot in the metagame. There's a lot of other, unique one-of limited cards that you really only get to play in decks like this, namely Megamorph, Magic Cylinder, Overload Fusion, Limiter Removal, that kind of thing. These cards only really have a home in this deck. Megamorph works well with the Mausoleum of the Emperor, or if you just take some damage a little bit early on, you can slap a Megamorph on a 3,000 monster and hit someone for 6,000, especially this guy. It's pretty good on him because he's got Piercing, which is awesome. Or you can slap it onto a, of course, big fusion monster like Chimera Tech Overdragon if you draw the Overload Fusion. Magic Cylinder helps you get in the last few points of damage. Oftentimes you're going to be able to deal a lot of damage early on. I'm trying out Morphing Jar and Machine of Peacekeeper. Normally I do play Scrap Recycler in these slots. This is the card I normally play here. Because Scrap Recycler is a machine, A, and B, it gives you access to Machina Fortress, which is one of the key cards in this deck. But for now, I am trying out Morphing Jar and Machine of Peacekeeper. These are my new techs for today's video. In the sideboard, we've got Grand Mole. Oftentimes, people will be siding out their Mirror Force and their Deprison against you, and Grand Mole becomes a lot better when your opponent no longer has those cards, of course. And then, of course, we've got the Zombie World to help protect you not only from Monarchs, but from Cyber Dragon and System Down coming down and ruining your whole world. We've got the Book of Moon to help break through stuff like Dupe Frogs. We've got, of course, Light Imprisoning Mirror for Lightsworn and Fairies. We've got Dimensional Prison to help just keep the other aggro decks away from your shit. 2 Dust Tornado, remove Royal Oppression. It's pretty important in this format. Torrential and the 2 Pulling the Rugs. This comes in against Frogs and Monarch strategies. An extra Starlight Road for Blackwings or decks that like to blow up your board. Maybe like Glads, maybe like Lightsworn, stuff with Geyserus, Judgment Dragon, Celestia, that kind of thing. Stuff where you want the second Starlight Road. And then the extra deck is pretty straightforward. You got 3 Stardust, 3 Chimera Attacks. You've got the 1 Ancient Gear Golem and the 1 Chimera Tech Overdragon. The rest of the synchros only come up with brain control, so you don't really need to know about them. The only one that's pretty important are the Catastor and the Power Tool Dragon. These ones are important because they are machines for the purpose of limiter removal, so you definitely want to have those two for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get a game. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. I wonder if Ancient Gear is going to have a run at RBET4. I think it has the potential to do some stuff. I don't know if it has the potential to win just because Cyber Dragon really beats up on this deck, and I haven't figured out the right answer to it. I've tried Royal Oppression, but the issue is Royal Oppression conflicts too much with your own strategy. It conflicts too much with whatever. Good luck, have fun. Yugioh 77. All right, I'm going to pick scissors. Nice. We get to go first. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cool. So, yeah, Ancient Gear's going first. You're looking to have a gear frame maybe. Peacekeeper's not bad. Peacekeeper's not bad. We can set up for a big turn. We're going to set probably both Force and Judgment and Peacekeeper. There's an argument to not setting Force and Judgment. There's an argument to just setting Judgment here. If they have Heavy Storm, we might not want to pay 4,000, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay to pay 4,000, just have the Mirror Force down, in case they have something like, I don't know, honestly, something that would run this over and make me sad. Like that! Exactly like that. That's pretty much exactly what I had in mind. They might not even attack, honestly, which is also totally fine. Mausoleum of the Emperor, that's a good one too, as well. So first things first, we can activate Gear Town, see if they have a response. Thankfully, we have Gear Town and not the Terraforming itself. Thunder King Ryo is pretty good against our deck. No cap. Here, I think we're going to normal summon Ancient Gear Beast. They might be playing Fairy, so they could have Honest. We have to be careful of that. But I am going to normal summon the Ancient Gear Beast and see if they have anything. They have Torrential Tribute. I'm going to let that resolve. I know that may seem crazy, but we have a Peacekeeper, and I would love if this gets destroyed. So we're going to be able to search for our Machina Gear frame. And now we have Solemn for their last back row as well, which is quite nice. We can go ahead and set the Mausoleum, activate the Gear Town effect. From our deck, we will special summon the Ancient Gear Gabajillion Dragon, and then we'll be able to attack for 3,000. So pretty good turn from us. Pretty good turn. Opponent's got to deal with the 3,000 monster. We've got Mirror Force. We've got Solemn Judgment. We've got a Mausoleum to help us summon another 3,000 monster next turn. The only issue is we don't have our Ancient Gear Beast anymore, so if they are playing fairies, this might be kind of tricky. Okay, they're going to Heavy Storm. I am going to Solemn that. I think... Wow, okay. They have Dark Bribe. Well, I'll take it. I mean, we paid life points and we drew Megamorph, so I'll take it. They're just dead, right? Like, they don't got shit for this, right? We just equip Megamorph and attack. Yeah. I don't think they got an out. I think they're just dead. Yeah. Woo, let's go, baby. That Megamorph was clean. Nice Dark Bribe, motherfucker. Just kidding. But that was actually so tight. That's why you play Megamorph, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you play it. They have no outs. All right. We saw Thunder King, which is a fucking annoyance. I think Grammel's pretty good. I think Book of Moon is going to be pretty good as well. Dark Bribe and Thunder King. Dark Bribe and Thunder King. The only deck I've seen Dark Bribe and Thunder King in is Blackwings and Stall. But Blackwings doesn't normally play... Sorry, not Stall. Stun. That's the deck I meant to say. Blackwings doesn't normally play Torrential. So I'm going to sort of believe that this is a stun deck. Definitely thinking it's more of a stun deck. I want all of my monster removal for stun, because their monsters are very high value. High value. Whereas, like, their back row is normally, like, whatever. Like, we can play through back row with stuff like Cyber Dragon and whatnot. We're going to side out, I believe, Morphing Jar. I think is not very good in this matchup. We're going to side out Trap Dust Shoot. If they're playing Dark Bribe, they're going to be setting a lot of cards. So, just something on my mind. Overload Fusion is probably going to be okay. I think the Magic Cylinder, maybe not so good. Stun doesn't have a lot of big monsters. They're going to be killing us with something like a Fossil Dyna or a Banisher or something like that. So I'm going to side out the Magic Cylinder. I don't think it's that useful here. Brain Control is going to be pretty good. It's a way to remove one of their stupid little stun monsters. Other than that, I mean, it's just like random numbers. Like we could side out an Ancient Gear Golem if we really want to. Side out Future Fusion. Something like this. This don't look too bad. This could be alright. It could also be just like leaving in the Golem. We could also leave in Gores and stuff. I need to see more of their deck before I make more informed side deck decisions. This is a more generic sideboard plan here. Opening hand looks excellent. We've got Book of Moon. We've got all of our sauce. Sets a monster. Okay, maybe the opening hand's a little bit too spell heavy. Well, let's try to summon a Gadget Dragon. I'm going to activate Gear Town. If they have Royal Oppression, it's going to be pretty tricky for us. But, we will try it. Special summon out the Ancient Gear. Chameleon Dragon, Chameleonaire Dragon. There's a Bottomless Trap Hole. We could book this. We could book this. We could also just summon another one, honestly. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's the plan. We go Gear Town to the hand. Set another one. Go get our second Chameleon Dragon. Boom. That's how we do it. And now we attack. DD Warrior Lady. So it looks like it is going to be a stun deck. We could set Book of Moon. Interesting they had Heavy Storm in the stun deck. Interesting. It's either stun or fairies with Dark Bribe. And that's kind of weird. Okay. Looks like it could be fairies. Interesting. So Lightmare is going to be pretty good here. It's going to stop DD Warrior Lady and Dimensional Alchemist. Dark Bribe is a bad card in the fairy deck for a lot of reasons. But I think we should be okay to take over this game here. I'm not too worried. I'll just set my Peacekeeper and pass. They're going to activate Dialk. That's totally fine. They will attack the Peacekeeper. We will search for Machina Gear Frame. That's all you need. That's all you need, ladies and gentlemen. Sets another back row. I wonder if they have Pulling the Rug. That'd be kind of funny. Let's try and activate this. See if they have a response. They're going to let that happen. We are going to search for Machina Fortress. So we've got a couple of options. We can summon a couple of fortresses, play into Mirror Force. I think that's not too bad. I think we're going to do that. Or we're at least going to try. If they have Royal Oppression, it forces them to flip it now. If they have the second Bottomless, we can chain Book if we want to. We might not even want to because we can just bring the other one back. We'll give them a little question mark. So it's just as likely that they have Mirror Force than they have that other card, Book of Moon. Actually, it's more likely that they have Book of Moon. So I think equipping is only good. I mean, equipping is going to lose us to Book of Moon super hard. So let's attack with Fortress first. If they have Honest, we'll be able to pop a card. They do have Force. That's unfortunate. Now, it's a matter of if I want to trade my Book with this guy. I think I do. I think I do want to book this guy. It's a 2-for-1, but yeah, they did have the Force, unfortunately. We can make some plays, but I think it's better to wait till we have the battle phase to make those plays. If they activate Dialk again and attack the fortress, we're going to pop their back row. We want to clear all the back row before we start making any aggressive motions. We need to find an Ancient Gear Beast. That would be the best possible thing, I believe. Okay, so they are going to banish a Soul of Purity and Light. They have 4 cards in hand. They don't have a second monster in play until just now. Okay, there's a Nova Summoner. That's fine. I still think we are going to pop the back row. Yep. And then 1400 is going to be direct. I wonder if they could have used this at a point to interrupt us. Maybe. Cyber Dragon's kind of good. Cyber Dragon can be okay. It's an issue because they can crash fairies in Special Christia, which I don't like. Huh. Maybe we should have popped the Nova Summoner. That seems like the smarter play in hindsight. Either way, I'm going to bring back Machina Fortress. And not summon the Cyber Dragon, I think. We have some other moves where we could, like, hit for a certain amount of damage, but I think we go for that after this. They might have an Honest here. Okay. They're going to take 1,200. They're going to be able to add back probably DD Warrior Lady. That's not a great spot for us. No cap. Oh, they're going to grab Thunder King. That's ugly. That's not a good sign. That means that they have brain control, right? In the case of brain control, we should summon the Gear Dragon and pass. This plays around brain control killing us. It might be worse if they have Cyber Dragon, but if they have Cyber Dragon, then at least they have to tribute their Nova. But I mean, we're in a bad spot if they have Cyber Dragon, no cap. All right, so we've played into just about everything. They left in Mirror Force post board. I wonder what they meant by that. Mirror Force is kind of good against the Machina Fortress stuff, but it's actually really bad against all the Ancient Gear stuff. So the fact that they left it in makes me kind of want Ancient Gear Golem a little bit more. Huh. Wonder what their plan is. They have 5 cards in hand. One of them is a Thunder King. If they have Honest, they can get over one of our monsters, but yeah, I don't know. I think they're in a tough spot here. They could crash Nova Summoner 3 times, take 33 and special Christia, but Christia doesn't get over Gadgeltron unless the last card they summon is Honest. Okay, and then that gets over it. So if they have Christia, then they're good here. Okay, Shining Angel is fine. I'm a little curious. Oh, they're playing System Down. All right, well, that's tough. That's very tough, actually. Good to know. That's pretty tough. That's a that's a beating and a half. All right. Hopefully we find something good. That is not good enough. We are dead. We are going to admit defeat and go to the next game. Okay, cool. So it's good to know about what the opponent is playing, first off, so we can bring in the Light Mirrors. Second off, the fact that they left in the Mirror Force makes me want the Ancient Gear Golem. Third off, because they're playing Fairies, they're a little bit more back row light than a stun deck. I do want the Morphing Jar again. And then fourth, I do want Zombie World because they have System Down. So, the cards we want to mix up. We actually want to side out, I believe, the Peacekeeper. I think the Grand Mole is okay still. I think Cyber Dragon going first is much worse. Overload Fusion is interesting because of the way recruiters work with it, but I'd rather just have my other cards. I might bring in a second Starlight Road to protect my Light Mirrors. I'm not sure yet. Megamorph could be an interesting consideration. I'm not really sure. Book of Moon seems important. Heavy Storm seems not so important. Unless they have Royal Oppression. They might not have Royal Oppression because they have Dark Bribe. And like, what do you cut for Dark Bribe, right? Probably Royal Oppression, right? Unless they have Royal Oppression because they're playing the Thunder Kings and they're playing less Christia stuff. I don't know. And Dark Bribe is to protect the Royal Oppression, so in which case we would want Heavy Storm. I think in general, Bottomless Trap Hole is pretty bad, though, so we're going to side that out. So this is our configuration as of right now. It's just whether or not we want more. I think Gores is okay against this deck. Magic Cylinder is also okay against this deck. Trap Dust Shoot's actually pretty good against this deck, too. Alright, you know what we're going to do is we're going to side in Trap Dust Shoot, too. Maybe... I'm not sure. I think I want Dust Shoot Road. Because Road helps us against the sweepers, and it means our Ancient Gear Beast will be safe, and we can just play super crazy. And Dust Shoot helps us against the other shit. So I'm not sure what we cut. I don't want to cut the monsters, because we're going first. It might just be another Cyber Dragon. And then it might be Megamorph, because that's our worst card. Okay, let's try this. This is the most, like, controlling I think we could make our deck. But I think it's the best against this strategy. Okay, opening hand is... It's not the best, but we do have Light Mirror Solemn, which is pretty big. So we'll set up like this and pass. We do need to find a field spell, preferably not Zombie World. And then we also need to find a Machina Fortress, I think would be a good way to move forward in this game. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one. This matchup is, it's like back and forth. It's very back and forth because we have some good cards. There's Thunder King, that's okay. I'm going to deprison Thunder King. It's too good. We need to find Terraforming. It's one of our good draws here, so. Ancient Gear Golem, not the best. Not the best. We will pass. I might even Solemn the next monster. Who knows? Set monster, I'm probably not going to Solemn. Typhoon's pretty good. I'm going to keep it in hand because we have the Heavy Storm set, and I don't want to be in a position where I have to Heavy Storm, etc. Yeah, we're just going to pass, though. Unfortunately, don't have a play. Maybe I could have Blind Typhooned, but... There's DD Warrior Lady. That's okay. We can afford to take like 1 or 2 hits. Anything after that, we're like scared of Honest, but... Okay, there's a Dust Shoot. That's not ideal, but does work. We will Dust Shoot them now. Double Honest, System Down, Thunder King, Dialk. Wow, that's fucking crazy. Alright, well, we got to take an Honest, I think. Damn, that's an insane hand. Okay, so we got to take Honest. They have Honest, T-King, Alk, System Down. That's a really fucking good hand. I don't know if we can beat that hand. Legit. If you stacked your deck, I don't think you could pick a better hand in this matchup. They're going to normal summon that. We're going to chain Light Mirror to the effect. They need to not be so hasty about that kind of thing. No shuffle. And then we're going to take 2,800. Okay, we're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot, no cap. I think Gear Frame might be one of our best draws. Okay. There's the Gear Frame. Let's Blind Typhoon first. Just need to clear both back row. If I don't Solemn this, then we go, they get Thunder King back. They have Honest as well. If I Solemn this, I die to Honest, so I actually can't Solemn that. Okay, well, that's tough. We'll go Gear Frame, activate the effect, go find Fortress. It's really unfortunate that we got 50-50 there, but there's not much we can do about it. I want to hold on to the Gear Beast because I think it has potential to be really good against their hand. Now it's just a question of whether or not I want a Heavy Storm. I think I do. I think I do want a Heavy Storm because I don't want a Solemn. So I do want a Heavy Storm. It's a little awkward, but I do want to do this. They're not going to chain. Cool. That's actually really good for us. I needed them not to chain. So now we pitch the Golem, Special Fortress. We go Gear Frame attack DD Warrior Lady first. Oh no, I should have attacked Dialk first. Well, yeah, I should have attacked Dialk first. That was a mistake. I was like, there's a chance that they won't want to get back DD Warrior Lady here, but no, that was actually just straight up a mistake. Fuck me. I missequenced there. They could have used their Honest there to put us into lethal range. They are going to use Honest. Okay, so we're going to take 1300. Fortress is going to activate. It's going to pop the D-Alk. They're going to add back DD Warrior Lady. Main phase 2. I can pitch the Gear Dragon special the Fortress in attack position. They have Thunder King system down and DD Warrior Lady. All right, so all things considered, if they go specifically Thunder King system down, so they are going to system down. Let's say they do this. If they summon Thunder King here, and I top deck Gear Town, and they don't have an out. Oh, we know they're drawing Bottomless Trap Hole, so we're just fucked, right? I think we're just fucked. Yeah, we're just dead. GG's. I mean, that was a fucking insane hand. That was fucking insane. And we also got 50-50'd on the fucking Typhoon, too, which doesn't help, to say the least. Like, if we had had that... I mean, either way, they Typhoon on the attack. We can't afford to Solemn, because then Honest kills us. That was a tough game. Fairies are really good. Fairies are really good, especially when they draw like that. Holy shit. Both of their Thunder Kings, both of their Honests, and the system down, and a DD Warrior Lady with the D-Alk to loop it, and the Typhoon for the Light Mirror. I mean, like, that's everything you could possibly ask for in the matchup. That, except like fucking, I think Cyber Dragon might be the only other card that they could have had in that hand that would have been like insane against us. But you know what? Hey, just run it back, get another game. Going second, not the worst with this deck because we got the Ancient Gear Beast to help pivot our stuffs. Unfortunately, no monsters in our starting hand. Kind of a shame. Reasoning. I don't know, 4. I'm assuming Reasoning is only played in not this deck. The fuck? Well, some people think this deck is real. I don't, honestly. I think it's quite bad. Yeah. I mean, like, how does it deal with this? Real question. Real question. How does it deal with this? Here we go terraforming. Go find ourselves the Gear Town. And then we play the second terraforming. We go find ourselves the next Gear Town. And we are going to set one. Go get a Gear Dragon from our deck. And I think we're just in a dominant position. I'm not sure which of these we attack over. What does this guy do? Face up, spell, and trap. So that card sucks ass. We're just going to attack the Grandmaster. Remove that guy. He's going to die. We're going to set Dust Shoot Mirror Force. And we're going to Dust Shoot them in the draw phase. Yeah. They've got Hand. They've got Creature Swap. Okay, Creature Swap's pretty good. What does this shit do? I guess we'll take Foot Soldier. Does this guy pop monsters or any cards? It just pops monsters. Alright. Foot Soldier. So they have hand, Creature Swap. That's one way of us getting punished, kind of. Not really. Priority. Okay, so they're not going to Creature Swap and take my dragon. I don't fully understand that. We're going to take 1600 just because I want them to commit the other one. We'll pass again. Looks like they're not going to, which again is fine. Totally fine. Sets a new back row. Ooh, there's Gear Frame. That's a great draw. Let's go for Gear Frame. Activate the effect. Go grab Fortress. Their Mirror Force is gone, so it's only Torrential we have to worry about. I'm going to Special Summon Fortress. And then I'm going to go to my battle phase, run this shit over. 200, 2500. Cool. They have hand creature swap unknown. Typhoon target the back row. All right. That's fine. They have to be able to clear this and then creature swap. But I don't think they have a monster that can clear Gear Frame that isn't Grandmaster. So they had to top deck Grandmaster, basically. Either that, or if they top deck Gateway, they can normal hand and then pump it with Gateway, attack over Gear Frame, then creature swap it. In that case, we'd have to top deck something to deal exact lethal, but I think we're killing them this turn because we just drew limit removal. So there's that. There is Yaichi, and then this plus limiter removal is going to be 5,000. So we're going to go to the next game. Cool. Against this deck, honestly, Dust Tornado is pretty good. I think that's it. It's a pretty weak deck in general. Yaichi is pretty good against some of this stuff, but maybe Torrential is okay. Just have to be careful of creature swap, really. Maybe we want the Gramble just because of creature swap, but, you know, it's like, this deck sucks. Like, I'm not going to lose to it in a million years unless they open, like, triple Gateway, Dust Shoot, and we, like, brick or something. I'm probably going to cut some of the overload stuff in case they have Defissure. And that's honestly all we need. Maybe Morphing Jar helps them more than it helps us. I don't know. Honestly, it's probably fine the way it is. This matchup looks sort of unlosable. They have to have multiple Gateway. I think multiple Gateway is like, obviously that's very good. Don't get me wrong. It's obviously very good. But our hand, look at this hand. There's Upstart. We're at 9,000. Even harder for our opponent to kill us. There's Yaichi. No United. No anything. Just Shogun Qian. This card sucks. Just as a little bit of a whatever. They do have a back row. Could be Mirror Force. I think the plan is to go Gear Frame. Activate. Let's see if they have Pulling the Rug. They do not. Cool. So we're going to grab Machina Fortress. Yeah. What does this guy do? One spell or trap card per turn. Alright, well, we've only got these two, so they don't really overlap well anyway. We'll pitch Cyber Dragon Special Fortress. This might be a misplay if they have Bottomless Trap Hole. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. I think this is one of the instances where it is better to equip, though. Unless they have Creature Swap. What are the chances they open Mirror Force? What, 7 out of 40? Let's just try and fucking run over this shit. Let's run over this guy. If they have Mirror Force, we can just bring back the fortress. Gravity Bind. I mean, alright. We can just chill, I guess. Gravity Bind's pretty good, though. We have Dust Tornadoes. We have a lot of ways to get around that. We don't need to set anything because Yaichi can pop. So I think the best play is, unironically, to just pass. If they hand pop the fortress, then we get a look at their hand, which I'm super cool with. And they can't actually attack over Gear Frame, so this won't matter. Here's the hand activation. Targets Gear Frame. That's fine. They ended up sacking the hand and not the Grandmaster, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Here they can attack over the Grandmaster, but that's fine. They can't attack with anything else, so we're just chilling. There's Morphing Jar. Unfortunately, I don't want to set it. This guy can't activate. They no longer control any other 6 Samurais. So I am going to set Bottomless. And I think that's it. I think I'm just going to pass. Eventually we'll find a way to put another monster into play. Defissure, okay. More stuff that just will get swept up by a heavy storm if we ever draw it. Gadget Dragon, okay, not the best. I think we still pass though. I think we're not under a significant amount of pressure to do anything other than this. Alright, breaking a little bit, but eventually we'll find something, right? Copium. Here's Rhoda, that's fine. They should get another Yaichi. No, they're gonna get Kamon. That kills us, right? Because Kamon can pop the thing. Once per turn, you can target one face-up spell or trap card. Yeah, they can pop their own Gravity Bind and kill us here. We are gonna bottomless. No. We gotta bottomless this. Yeah. I don't think they get priority because this starts a chain. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Thankfully, this has 1500 attack. Trap Dust Shoot, laughably bad here. But I will set it. And just pass. This is not good. I was not predicting Gravity Bind. That's a good one. Gear Town. That's a good one. Well, let's activate that. It says you can normal summon Ancient Gear monsters for one less tribute. Let's pass. Let's pass. Unfortunately, we're not in a great spot. There's the hand. That's going to give them 2 more counters, and that should be game if they know to pump up their card. That's fine. Let's see if they can do the math. Oh, he can't attack this turn, actually. Never mind. They're just going to search for Grandmaster, most likely. Huh. Gravity Bind's really good. They search Spirit. They take 1600. We need to find Heavy Storm, like, right now. Terraforming does not do it, unfortunately. Alright, so we can normal summon Morphing Jar. We can equip it with Megamorph. And we can attack over Yaichi, which I'm going to do. We'll attack this for 100. They have Mirror Force too. Okay, so they were just not... They were saying, fuck it, we lose to Starlight Road. We're going to board in Giant Trunade. Unfortunately, we didn't find any of our 4 spell and trap removal that game. I maybe played it a little bit too passively, but that's okay. I'm going to board in, I believe, Torrential Tribute as well. I think is pretty good here. And then I think Gramel's actually kind of good against the creature swap. Looks like they are leaving that in and leaning into that plan a little bit more against us. I'm going to side out Magic Cylinder, and I am going to side out Mirror Force. I'm also going to side out... Not sure. You can side out one of these guys, one of these dragon guys, or one of these gear golem guys. Just depends. Maybe I don't bring in one of these. Maybe I don't bring in Torrential. And we'll just do this. This looks fine. I'm cool with this. Alright, opening hand is solid. We've got Terraforming for Gear Town. What else have we got here? I think we just Gear Town, normal Ancient Gear Beast, set bottomless trap hole, and pass. I think that's the best opening. If they go for Grandmaster, we can bottomless it. There's D-Fissure, that doesn't matter. It's a non-card versus us. Here's Hand of the Six Samurai. I will bottomless that. This way they can't Grandmaster pop the Gear Beast or Creature Swap. We drew Peacekeeper. Not the best into D-Fissure, but at the same time, it is good at insulating us from Creature Swap. They could be playing Torrential Tribute. I don't believe decks like this should be playing Torrential Tribute. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to Terraforming for Mausoleum, I believe. We're going to set Mausoleum here. Activate Gear Town. They could have Royal Oppression. That would be a card they could have. Okay, looks like they don't. I mean, I'm going to force them to have something here. Okay, they have Bottomless. That was the force. We forced them to have that. Now we pay 2,000. We hit for 5,000. They can pay 1,000 normal to Grandmaster. And then we have Grand Mole. Either that or we hit for 29. They can't summon the Grandmaster without whatever. They can't play around Creature Swap that well. Or they can't play into Creature Swap that well. Or not play into it, but... yeah, let's do this. Let's go 900 direct. 2,000 direct. I think this is a little bit more of a good pressure. Then they have to deal with this board. And then we have Mausoleum Ancient Gear guy for the follow-up. Now we have Dust Tornado. Dust Tornado is actually really good insurance. I am just going to attack with the Ancient Gear Beast. Play around Mirror Force. I don't need to play into Mirror Force here. I can set my Dust Tornado. And then next turn, if he just has the one back row. Okay, there's Rhoda. That's A-okay with me. Again, not that big of a deal. D-Fissure, while it can be okay against this deck, it just really isn't in this moment. There's Gateway of the Six. Okay, think here. So they summon this, they get 2 counters. How am I killing them? That's fine. You know what? This is fine. This is all fine. They can have the Gateway counters. I don't mind that. They special this guy. That's totally chill. They get 2 more counters. They're going to activate target the Dust Tornado. I'm going to chain it. Now it's whether or not I want to destroy the D-Fissure or the Gateway. I think I want to destroy the Gateway. That card's more problematic. Great Shogun Shion, but that's okay. That card doesn't do anything. We'll activate the Grand Mole, put him back in the hand. We'll take 1,400. No, we'll just take 100 because they activated this. Yeah, they're going to special the Shion again. They're going to set a back row. Okay, so they have a back row off the top. That is annoying. But limited removal should be game. So we're going to activate this, pay 2,000, try to normal summon the Ancient Gear guy. And this is big here. If they have fucking their second bottomless, then we lose. And if they don't, then we win. We're going to attack the Yaichi. And then damage step, limited removal for game. Woo! Let's go. GG's. Yeah. GG's. Kind of an awkward combo, Solidarity and D-Fissure. Because one of them banishes all the monsters from the graveyard. Or it doesn't banish it from the graveyard, but it makes it so you can't get a monster in the graveyard that easily. And the other one needs a monster in the graveyard to be live, so... can't say I'm a fan of that combination of cards. I think you either want one or the other. For sure. Alright, cool. Popped off a little bit after we beat the fucking shittest deck in the format that everyone thinks is good or something. I'm kidding. That Gravity Bind was kind of cool. I like that tech a lot, actually. Gravity Bind Yaichi, popping back rows every turn. So that's a threat. There's always these hidden combinations in Edison format, which is the cool thing about this. The hidden combinations is what makes it so... It's so cool. Like, you'll be like, you know what, this deck sucks. And then your opponent pulls out a hidden combination. You're like, oh, that's kind of neat, actually. Wait a second. And then you start thinking about things again. You start thinking about things a little differently. You're like, oh, all right. You know what? We're out here. We're out here. Redman VRC. Good luck, have fun. What is this guy? Good luck, have fun. Scissors time. Scissors time for sure. Oh, he picked rock. Damn. All right, what ifs? We haven't had a turn 1 Ancient Gear Beast actually do anything yet, but that's the play I want to make. That's what I want to do. Oh, we got a Future Fusion. That's pretty good. We have a fucking insane hand, by the way. This is Brain Control does you Future Fusion. Sign me up. If I lose this game, I might need to log off. I might need to call it quits here. No, I like this shit. I like this shit a lot. This is actually really fun. Opponent is big thinking. He says, I have a tense opening hand. When your opponent is thinking in their opening hand, it means that they either have a really, really complex hand or they have a really, really bad hand. Okay, that's annoying. That shuts off a lot of our cards. What is with the fucking main deck Thunder King on the play with multiple back row against us? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Ancient Gear Beast would still be a great draw here. It would still be a great draw. No cat. But the turn 1 Thunder King, what the fuck? Okay, so it's aliens with main deck Thunder King. Okay, this looks like a list that I've played against. Why can't we get a fucking real match here? Not this like fucking stun bullshit. Alright. We're just gonna activate. No, we don't want to activate that actually. Reason we don't want to activate this is because they could make Golgare. Unfortunately, our Death Shoot is dead for the time being. And if they summon an alien, they're going to get at least 1 A counter. Which I don't like. Don't like giving the A counters. There's the kid. There's the kid. Set back row and battle phase attack. Mirror Force. Let's see the Starlight Road. Let's see it. They don't have it. Alright, cool. Thank goodness. This would have been a tough one to win. They are going to get a counter. They are going to ideally pass the turn. And then we can make some plays. There's the Ancient Gear Beast. That would have been nice last turn, but I'm not going to complain about it this turn either. I think what we're going to do is we're going to Gear Frame, activate. They could really get us here with a Call of the Haunted. If they have Call of the Haunted, target Thunder King, they could really get us. Maybe it was better to Terraforming first. They're going to chain book. Okay, we're going to still search for Fortress, which is fine. That's an interesting one. Why would you do that? Don't want to take damage, I suppose? That is an interesting one. I'm going to pass. I wonder why you'd book there. That's very confusing. Because you could always book later, right? Like if I summon the Fortress, you could book that. Or you could book on the attack if I was going to make more plays. It's a weird use of Book of Moon. Maybe the opponent is not so familiar with the format. Because I don't think that that's a correct use of Book of Moon. I could be wrong. Prohibition. Naming Machina Fortress. Yep. That's fine. There's Ancient Forest. Okay. That's also totally fine. Because we can out that with our Terraforming. And that's going to go find us Gear Town, of course. I'm going to activate Gear Town. Destroy the ancient forest. Unless they have a space typhoon or a solemn. Yes, unless you stop the field spell. Yeah. And then we can normal summon Ancient Gear Beast. Flip summon Machina Gear Frame. Attack for 2,000 with the Ancient Gear Beast. And then 1,800 with Gear Frame. Cool. Awesome. Good stuff. Maybe I should have Future Fusioned. Huh. I think it's fine to wait still. We can do it if the board state ever falls out of our favor. As just a way to, like, represent some sort of, like, crazy shit happening in a few turns. There's Oshalion. That's gonna be okay. This is gonna attack the the Machina Gear Frame. It's okay, they're gonna take 400. They have to crash it or else Ancient Gear Beast would deny the effect. But at the same time, now they're dead on board. So, they have to have a way to prevent an attack. That's pretty much all I can think of. Because they didn't prevent it last turn. And then on this turn, they have to have a way to prevent it. There's Overload. So we have the Future Fusion Overload combo for later. Let's present Lethal first. Let's see if they can stop it. They're going to take 2,000. We'll attack with the Gear Frame. And they're going to die. All right. They just had nothing that whole game. Kind of wild. Let's go to the second game. Game 2. Game 2. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Against this deck, of course, we love Dust Tornado and we love Giant Trinade. We also saw Code A. I don't love Mirror Force against that. I do like Deep Prison a little bit more. I like Light Imprisoning Mirror actually against this deck. Funny enough. It's good against Golgare, and it's also good against Thunder King. So these are the 7 cards I like here. Grand Mole, also a nice way to answer Thunder King. Pulling the Rug can hit Ammonite, but I don't care too much about that. I'm going to side out Magic Cylinder, Megamorph. A lot of the ways to, like, just cheese the opponent we're going to side out. Side out Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar is terrible. Dust Shoot's getting sided out here. It was really bad in that game. I'm going to side out Starlight Road as well. They are not playing Heavy Storm. I don't believe it. Oh, what is this? 6 out. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in. Maybe we don't bring in one of these. We only bring in 1 Light Mirror. That looks good. All right. Let's run it. Honestly, a lot of our sideboard cards are great here. Like, Grandma is going to be good. Book of Moon is probably solid. Like, we could have any number of these cards, but I think these are just the best cards. The Banishing cards are the most important ones against Code A Ancient Ruins. Now, I don't remember if Code A Ancient Ruins triggers if I bottomless or not, but there's a chance it does. Another cool thing about these guys is that if this card attacks, they can't, like, deprison and stuff, I guess. They can't use, like, if I don't know, I guess they would just do it before we attack with the Offerings to the Snake Deity or the Planet Pollutant Virus or whatever. They're going to be able to stick an Alien Warrior. That is problematic for us. Thankfully, we found Terraforming, which is going to allow us to make 2 plays this turn. So we're going to Terraforming, go find Gear Town. We're going to activate Gear Town, and then set Mausoleum, activate the effect of Gear Town, see if they want to stop this. Most likely they don't. Okay, cool. Oh, maybe it's just lagging. Maybe it's just lagging. Yep, it is indeed just lagging. Cool. We get the Chameleon Air Dragon, and then we Win the game. Legit. We just normal summon Ancient Gear Golem. If they don't stop it, we win. You can't. It's from an effect. Yeah. They can solemn this limiter removal, though. Solemn Judgment. What do you mean reading? Yeah. You can't Solemn Judgment the summon off Gear Town. Same reason you can't Solemn Judgment the summon off of, like, you know, fucking Call of the Haunted or whatever else. Unfortunately, opponent is in a spot, you know, where, like, they're fucked. Yeah, they're just fucked. Either way. Because once the second Ancient Gear monster hits play, they're dead no matter what. It becomes a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Their last back row has to be something fucking crazy. Normal summon Ancient Gear Golem. And then we are going to attack. In the damage step, we're going to use limiter removal. If they want to Solemn Judgment this, then they'll go to 4,000 and die. And if they don't want to Solemn Judgment it, then they die. So, limiter removal, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. If your other back row is nothing, you're dead. GG's. GG's, Red Man. GG's. Tough to see aliens go down like this, but we opened broken, and this deck has these draws where it just kills you, so you gotta be careful of it. Yeah. Yeah, the other card needs to be something real. It needs to be like a Book of Moon or an Offering or a Virus or something. Okay, next match. Next match. That was an Ancient Gear, you know, situation. Generally speaking, you don't want to... I mean, you can keep in Solemn Judgment against this deck, but I think it's pretty poor to keep it in. Just because if you pay those life points, then you're like one hit away from death at any given moment. I'm going to pick paper. Unfortunate. We've lost a lot of rock, paper, scissors today. What else is new? You get the idea. I'm excited for RBET. I think it's going to be a good tournament. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Opponent's playing 48 cards with 0 extra deck. I'm going to leave this game. We're going to find a different game. I'm sorry, but we're not going to play against someone with 48 cards and 0 extra deck. It's like, all right, like, you're not going to complete a deck. We're not going to play against you. That's the way it goes. I'll play against aliens. I'll play against Six Samurai. Sure, those are real decks, real enough. You know, you got Thunder King turn 1. That's legit enough, all right? But fucking, come on, man. Finish your deck list and then play against me. We're going to host, again, Edison format. If no one joins, I'll post in the FL Discord looking for an opponent. Okay. Ooh. Kaiba Man 1A2 wants to play again. We're going to reject that user because, again, he doesn't have a complete deck. RPSLS. Good luck, have fun. Rock, paper, scissors, L's. Let's see if he can lose this one. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Cool. Opponent has a complete deck. We get to go first, and we open Trap Dust Shoot. Okay. You know what? This is like textbook what you want. I'm going to summon an Ancient Gear Dragon from my deck, just so we don't draw it, and so we can play through Bottomless Trap Hole more effectively. I'm going to set the Peacekeeper. I'm going to set these two, and I'm going to Dust Shoot my opponent in the draw phase. We're going to see what they've got going on. Okay, they're playing Vayu. What a neat little deck. And there's the Royal Oppression, the Bottomless Trap Hole. Exactly why you would not want to wait a turn on this. We're going to take Card Trooper. I believe. Actually. We could take Necro Gardener. We could also take Sirocco. Sirocco makes Gales very threatening. It's got to be Card Trooper, right? Card Trooper, they have Necro, Caius, Sirocco, Oppression, BTH. There we go. Cool. It could have been take Necro, because set Necro is actually kind of annoying for us. Yeah. Ooh, we drew Heavy Storm. Never mind. Do we just Storm? It gets us another Gear Dragon. Here's what we do. We actually flip this, activate the effect, equip to Gadget Dragon, and now we Heavy Storm. And that just fucks the opponent up. Yeah. Sick. We're going to do Peacekeeper and Gear Town effects. Going to go grab the Machina Gear Frame and special summon out the last Gadget Dragon from our deck. We're going to normal Gear Frame, go get Fortress. The opponent's just in a terrible spot. We could special the Fortress or we could wait. I think we special it and we force the Necro activation now. So we go 1800 over the Necro now. Basically, they have to top deck Cyber Dragon or they lose the game. And we are going to equip to this guy and pass. Cool. Easy clap. That was a good one. That was a good one for the Ancient Gear deck. They're going to have some stuff for us, though. We got to be really careful about this matchup. This matchup's fucking hard. We got pretty lucky that game, but this one can be a tough one. This can really be a tough one. All right, so Caius, we kind of care about. I wish we had Shadow Mirrors. My original sideboard had Shadow Mirrors, but yeah, I don't know. I think Deep Prison is good in this matchup. I think banishing the Armed Wing attacks, keeping the pressure off of us is good. I think Magic Cylinder is like strangely good. Honestly, all of our defense is strangely good. I think Grand Mole is good because it can keep like their shit out of play. I think Dust Tornado is pretty important for outing Royal Oppression. I don't love Future Fusion Overload in this matchup. I also don't love Morphing Jar. I think Dust Shoot can be okay. It can also be pretty bad. Mausoleum could be a liability. We have to be careful of Cyber Dragon at any given moment. All things considered, this is a pretty hard matchup. I think it might be Megamorph. No, Megamorph's good. Magic Cylinder's also good because they pay for Royal Oppression. Maybe it's Starlight Road. Yeah, maybe we don't want Starlight Road so much. And we're going second, so maybe we side out Dust Shoot. Going second. That could be wrong. Maybe Dust Shoot's better than Mirror Force. This looks acceptable. Limiter removal could be a little sus, but it is so good. It is so good that we might need to leave it in. We already have Limiter, Megamorph, and Cylinder, though, so we have a lot of ways to force through the damage. I think Megamorph is pretty mediocre. If we go Giant Trunade over Megamorph, that might make a little bit more sense. It just gives us a 5th out to Royal Oppression, which I think is one of the ways we're going to lose, pretty much. Although Megamorph is better under Royal Oppression than Limiter Removal, you get the idea. Opening hand is okay. If we could find... Not that. That was a bad draw. Alright, well... Thankfully, we still have Peacekeeper, I guess. Let's normal summon and activate the effect. This is going to go grab Peacekeeper. Pitch for Fortress. Yeah, let's pitch for Fortress. Royal Oppression. Okay, there's the Royal Oppression. Forcing it early. We're going to attack with Gear Frame. Raiko. That's going to pop the Gear Frame. They're going to mill 3. Okay, they mill Raiko, another Royal Oppression, and a Vanity's Fiend. All right, well, all things considered, that's not bad. I mean, we're down a card, for sure. But it could be worse, I guess. I don't know. I guess we just set Peacekeeper and pass. Maybe they have the third Raiko? Vayu. There's Sirocco getting summoned. I'm going to bottomless trap hole the Sirocco. Gear Frame. That does nothing. But it attacks for some damage. Let's do this. Let's flip summon, and then we'll battle phase, attack for 23. Main phase 2, equip, and pass. There's Sirocco. That's totally fine. It's going to attack the Gear Frame. We're going to be able to search our third and final Gear Frame, and we've drawn every Machina card in our deck, which is kind of funny. All things considered, they're going to pass the turn. Deprison, deprison, deprison. All right. Well, a little normal, and then set the deprison and pass. Hopefully this just works. They attack. Deprison. It's going to banish the Sirocco. Main phase 2, what do they have for defense? They have a third Sirocco, potentially? No way, I don't believe it. Maybe a Gale? Something they could have played on the previous turn. Sets a monster, sets another back row. Okay. Magic Cylinder pretty good. I'm actually going to try to tribute summon Ancient Gear Beast. If they have Bottomless, they do, okay. Fair. If this is Hamster, that sucks, but it's just Vayu. Alright, well, maybe we can make something happen at some point. Armageddon Knight, okay. Okay, that's something. That's something, right? Take 2,300. Armed Wing gets summoned here. Armed Wing. We're going to go ahead and Magic Cylinder that attack. They're going to take 2,300. Go to 2,600. They now only have so many activations of Royal Oppression. Bottomless Trap Hole, a turn too late. Alright. We can attack over the Armageddon Knight. They take 400. Their new back row is a little bit concerning. It might just be a Space Typhoon or something, though. Terraforming is a good draw for us because it finds this Mausoleum, which can get us kind of out of this situation. Kind of. Not exactly, but kind of. We are going to lose our Gear Frame. Unfortunate, but just nothing we can do about that. Fuck me. Alright. Gotta pass. This didn't go over well. God damn it. Alright. Man, I wonder if there was a turn where this could have gone better. Alright, Typhoon their own oppression. Sure, they got Dark Arms. Already. They're gonna banish something. Target. We'll chain this. They're gonna banish their Dark Arms. I don't know if that was worth it. That might have been a little bit hasty from the opponent. Yeah, I don't know. Because now we get to start bringing out fortresses, and both oppressions are gone. So, I think that might have been a little bit hasty from the opponent. They can bring out an armor master. They can deal a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong, they can deal a lot of damage, but that's all. 5,000 damage is not game, so we're actually pretty happy with that outcome, all things considered. Gear Town. That's pretty good. Okay, well, let's try to special summon out Fortress. Question mark. That means the back row is Mirror Force, right? Or is it Book of Moon? If it's Mirror Force, it's bad for us. If it's Book of Moon, that's okay. I think the best play is to pitch to special. This gives us 2 shots at the crash through fucking Mirror Force. Or Book of Moon. Okay, so this is gonna die. This is gonna activate. Think on target. If we target Armor Master, I think it's better to blow up their whole board. I think it's better to blow up their whole board, yeah. Wait, do they have another value? They don't. Okay, cool. Unless this is the 3rd value. In which case it's not better. Let's attack the set. Yeah, okay, cool. Wow, we almost threw. That could have been bad. I mean, it still isn't great. Because we need to top deck it out, but I might have botched that one. I forgot that that could be the 3rd value. I was supposed to pop the Armor Master and leave the value. No, because I would have attacked the value afterward. They're going to make Silverwind. We have a lot of good top decks. Potential top decks. That's one of them. That actually works. We can Heavy Storm that away. And that can summon out. We don't want to summon one from the deck, actually. We want to summon one from the grave. Because that is a card that we would like to draw. If they have Cyber Dragon, it's bad. They have a lot of stuff that fucking kills us. Well, there's Cyber Dragon off the top. And they stack for Plague. And attack us for game. Okay, Grepher works too. Alright. Can't beat that. That was tough, but it was close. It was close. We had some moments that were all right there. Royal Oppression was pretty good for them, I think. I think our plan was solid. Maybe could have gotten in a few more points of damage here and there if I had paid closer attention to stuff. I don't think Gorz is the worst, but oftentimes we'll have a field spell in play. If I bring in Gorz, it's like over Gear Golem or something. No, let's just run it back. Maybe Trunade could come out on the play for Mirror Force or something. But I think it's all right. All right, well, let's put a monster into play. And let's set Deep Prison and pass. Next turn, we have some potential moves. Sets a monster. They're going to dust shoot us. We will show them our hands. Wonder what they take. Probably Gear Golem. It's got to be Gear Golem, right? They're going to take Cyber Dragon. Okay, that's a misplay, I think. That's a misplay, because they should not predict Mausoleum, but understand that we could have it. And then normal summon Ancient Gear, Golem, and then attack their set monster, get some pierce damage in. Any damage at this point is really good for us. So that's 2,800. And then 3,000, and now this Magic Cylinder is game at any point. They will have to out it to have a chance at doing anything. They could special a Cyber Dragon here, clear our board. They could Heavy Storm us. That would kill us. GG's. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. This deck is really fucking scary. They should have taken the Gear Golem there. And this is another issue I have with the Vayu deck, is that... Look at that. That sucks. That sucks. You just draw your bricks. Yeah, I think you can stack for Plague, but then you just die, right? Yeah. Yeah, Mausoleum is fast. Next time, take the Gear Golem. Lol. That was a good mix-up. That was a good mix-up. And that was a good one to close things out with. I think, in my opinion. A good thing. A good final match with the Ancient Gear deck before RBET4. You guys saw what was good against it. You guys saw that Thunder King and System Down gave it a little bit of trouble, as well as Cyber Dragon. And then you also saw what it was good against, which is just opponents having a slightly weaker opening, D-Prisons, weaker cards like that, and just being able to punish people by shoving a lot of damage really, really fast and then forcing the opponent to play defensively for the rest of the game. This deck is super fun to play. I'd recommend it to anyone, especially, I think, players who like to play fast, play aggressive style decks. This is one of my favorite aggressive decks in the format, if not my favorite aggressive deck in the format. I'm excited to see what it does in RBET4, and I'm excited to see what you guys do in RBET4. Can't wait to see you guys there. Sign up start tomorrow. See you guys in the Discord. Peace.